Alright, you lot. Welcome back to Twonk at Week, on a series on internet where we call out finest specimens of stupidity this side of gaming lobby. Today we got a special treat, Twonks crawling out at woodwork, all triggered by sunset in their XDefiant. Spoiler, they've got emotional maturity, a damp tea bag, and text so cold they'd freeze your screen. But before we dive into glorious chaos, don't forget to like, subscribe and all that bollocks. It helps the channel grow, and frankly, who don't want more Twonks roasted weekly? Let's crack on. Right, first up we got Twonk 1. This kid, mate, is straight out at gate mocking devs at XDefiant after they lost their jobs. Listen, losing a job's no laughing matter. Don't matter who you are. It's tough, but not this kid. Ah, no. This Twonk starts off with, lost their jobs cause they made super mediocre game? Womp womp. Really, mate? That's your take. You're out here cracking jokes about people losing their livelihoods, like it's some kind of game. I don't care if you're some keyboard warrior thinking it's all fun and games, but that's just low. Super mediocre game? Who are you to even say that? What have you ever created? Now let's break down this nonsense. XDefiant might not have been perfect, but let's be real. They tried. They put out updates, communicated with community and worked on game. A lot more than some big names in industry, right? This kid here saying it's mediocre cause it didn't have kill cams or prestige mode like it's some kind of deal breaker. Newsflash, mate. Not every game needs the same tired features. Get over it. And calling game ugly? Come on, kid. Sound like a broken record. Are you sure you even play it game? Or are you just there to talk smack from sidelines? And let's not forget his interaction with Have But One Life, who actually called him out for saying game were mediocre. Twonk 1 came back with more childish nonsense, saying they barely fixed anything and didn't add much content. Really, mate? Do you even know what it takes to build and update a game? Probably not. And then he goes on to say it looked ugly and had bad art design. Mate, get a grip. It's one thing to dislike a game, but it's another to just spew rubbish and try to tear down devs who've put in work. Get over yourself, pal. Twonk's so far off mark, it's laughable. Twonk 1 weren't done. Nah. This time he's mocking the whole situation by saying it's a trash alternative to Call of Duty. Ugh, brilliant. As if COD is somehow above criticism. Look, kiddo, we all know COD has had its fair share of ups and downs. And let's not pretend like it hasn't milked the same formula for years. But Twonk 1 here is acting like XDefiant is only game to ever fail or be mediocre. Shut up, kid. We've seen COD and other big franchises flop, and yet this kid is acting like it's some high and mighty thing that can never be challenged. Newsflash, pal. Every game has its issues. Even your precious COD. And then he gets roasted by me, and Twonk doubles down by accusing me of hating on success. What? Are you really gonna throw that accusation around like it's some kind of burn? Let's talk about success, yeah? Because calling a game mediocre and saying its failure were inevitable don't exactly scream success to me, buddy. You think XDefiant's failure just because it didn't reach the same level as COD? Fine, maybe it didn't. But that don't mean devs didn't try, and that don't mean they didn't learn from experience. Success is about growth and trying to better yourself, not just flexing about how better you are than everyone else. Then he throws a cheap shot at me, calling me old and saying I'm coping. Come on now, mate, this is kind of childish insult that screams, I've got no else to say, so I'm going to attack you personally. You're not impressing anyone with that weak nonsense, mate. Just own up to the fact that you're at your depth. Now, as much as I love seeing Twonk 1 squirm and toss out insult after insult, I've got to wonder, does he really think this type of behaviour makes him look smart? Or is he just so caught up in his own bitterness that he can't see how pathetic he's coming across? Either way, only thing getting burned here is his credibility. Now let's move on to Twonk 2. Yep, it just keeps coming. This next guy is really something else. So Twonk 2 starts by dropping this absolute bomb. Call of Duty has 92,000 players on Steam alone. Oh, really? Big flex, mate. But Twonk, you've completely missed point here. What you're trying to flex isn't even impressive. First of all, Call of Duty's player base is spread across 4 games. So yeah, when you add up all those across campaign, zombies, Warzone and DMZ, 92,000 players on Steam alone ain't really saying much. Nice try, but no one's impressed by your desperate attempt to show off a stat that really don't matter. And let's not forget about the fact that this guy's suddenly an expert on skill-based matchmaking, and that's when it gets even more absurd. Twonk 2 starts acting like he knows how SBMM works and points fingers at streamers. You streamers just want to play against people who suck so you can look good, blah blah blah. Mate, have you ever even looked at SBMM system? No? Didn't think so. Not just about streamers, and it's certainly not as simple as you're making it out to be. SBMM's a feature designed to balance matchmaking based on skill levels, something that's supposed to create more competitive matches, not just give streamers an easy win. But of course this Twonk misses all point and thinks he's cracked code. Even goes as far as to throw out all "I've only been playing for 3 years so I don't know much" line. Mate, 3 years of gaming don't give you any special insight, especially when you're this clueless. It's like saying you've seen a few movies and now you're ready to direct next Marvel film. Not how it works. And then, this is gold. Twonk 2 decides to take another shot at me, accusing me of being trash at Call of Duty and claiming that I just play against people worse than me. Really? This is best you've got? You're going to talk smack about someone's gameplay when you probably think camping's a tactic and getting clapped by bots is somehow a skill? Yeah, mate. We're all really impressed by your KD ratio. You just keep flexing that 1.5 KD because that's real accomplishment here. But what really takes cake is when he goes full on hypocrite and starts preaching about not calling names. Hold up, mate. Weren't you one coming at me with cheap jabs like "old man" and "you suck"? So what now? You're too good to call names, but you're fine with dishing them out when it's convenient for you? Typical Twonk move. Classic double standards. So in summary, Twonk 2 here is a perfect example of someone who has no idea what they're talking about, but still somehow manages to make everything worse by talking down to everyone else. Keep it up, pal. You're really showing us all how to be a Twonk. At this point, I'm starting to feel like I'm watching a Twonk Olympics, and these guys are all competing for gold in Biggest Clown. And you know what? They're winning. Every single time. Well, that wraps up another episode of Twonk at Week. Honestly, it's like a never-ending cycle of pure comedy. Every time I think we've hit rock bottom, another Twonk comes along and raises its bar. Or should I say lowers it? Anyway, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe and leave your comments and questions below. I might just feature them on channel. And remember, these Twonks just keep geeing us gold. I'll be right here, roasting them every week. I'll see you next time, you magnificent.